the key to what we do. The number one thing we do is the motivation, right? So I know some of my young ones that are here. So when I started in my career, I told you my story with how young I was starting. How old are y'all on average in here?
I'm 18.
18?
16.
16, okay. So have any of y'all ever thought about starting a business or what you would do if you did? Okay, what's your thoughts?
So like my dad owns his own business, so like
Okay.
I thought it would be like through the process, like I talked about it with him, like
Okay.
where it's like
Okay. So outside of that discipleship of seeing the example, outside of your own stuff, what he does it resonate with you? That is what you're being groomed for. Does it resonate with you naturally?
yeah, like all the hard work he has to put in.
Okay, but the actual profession itself, does it make sense for you? Is that something you believe you can bring your energy to?
I would say it's not the right thing for me.
Okay, see, this is the identity that we're trying to help people understand, because sometimes we will go 100 miles in a direction that isn't necessarily ours. And sometimes with our parents, with their best of attempts to tell us to be educated a certain way or to go through processes similar to theirs, we have to realize that every generation is changing. They're all experiencing something different. Same humans, different experiences. So with your generation, the goal is, imagine if you didn't have to have the next 10 years of doing something you really didn't like to then have to figure out how to be again, right? So you're 20, you say you're 16?
Yes.
So have you ever thought about what it would be like to be, do you realize you're living for your 26-year-old self right now? And that goes for everybody here, right? We're going to play a time machine game. Okay? Hey, you're still working with, but that's the key right now. You're still working with every single point in your life. So just imagine that right now. At the 10-year-old version of yourself, the 16-year-old version of yourself, and the 26-year-old, imagine they were conspiring with the same goals. That everything you do to the day will make that 26-year-old version of yourself happy and proud with the foundation you laid for yourself. The 28-year-old version of you. Is that person going to thank you for the decisions and choices you made? Or is that person going to live with the regrets that's going to take another 10 years to try to wash off yourself?
Right.
So part of being brilliant is, again, goes back to that luminescence. When we think about the sun, we think about being hot. But we also have to remember the sun burns off things. So sometimes when you come into that identity of what makes you brilliant,